Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Movie Buffers, episode 12. This is Jordan, and today we're going to talk about Ambulance. Ambulance is a film directed by Michael Bay, and it has to be one of his best. You know, I'm not really big on Michael Bay for many reasons. His films always felt to me like they belonged in a fraternity or something. Like he could also screen his films while simultaneously playing a game of beer pong. And this film was very entertaining, though. You know, it had a lot of the Michael Bay tropes. It's set in LA, and the cast is, all cover of Vogue beautiful. And there are way too many coincidental crossovers. So when Jake Gyllenhaal's character first comes in, we get a close-up lens flare introduction while he has a reunion/exposition dump with his adopted brother, played by Abdul-Mateen. I hope I'm saying that right. And then we get a slow-motion flashback of them playing as children while dialogue plays off-screen with the Michael Bay intercuts. We soon find out that Will needs $250,000 for his wife Amy's surgery. And the scene with his family was pretty heartbreaking, actually, and it gives us good reason to root for him. As for Danny, not so much. He's a loose cannon with a hot temper, and he's the sole reason the movie gets so out of hand. Danny talks him into this bank heist because he's, of course, some crazy crimester running around being crazy hard. And the heist that they go on is so bonkers. It was a high, intense, adrenaline-filled scene that sucked me right in and probably pissed off my neighbors. Then Danny and Will, they run into a cop in the parking garage, and then he gets the jump on Danny, causing Will to shoot him. So as he lays dying, cops close in, and the ambulance shows up, and it just so happens to be the main character, Isa Gonzalez's character. I hope I'm saying her name right. And then soon after, Will and Danny take over the ambulance, and then the rest is just like a high-speed, anxiety-ridden action flick that, it should just be enjoyed with some popcorn and some bubs. So Poppy, a friend of their dad's, who I guess their dad was a criminal mastermind or something, who has done all this, he has all this tech gear to try to help them lose the police, and then it's just a long-ass chase scene. Then we get some more exposition dump from the out-of-town FBI agent Anson Clark, who I guess just so happened to be a friend of Danny's. He knows all of his past heists, and he ran into him in some bar or something. Fucking stupid. And he's dropping all the deets to Poppy and some cops. I don't know. The story gets all mangled at this point, and I feel like some of it should have been cut because it was starting to run a little bit long as it was. So Cam has to perform this surgery on Zach, and he starts to wake up while she's zooming with some doctor who's like walking her through the surgery. And Will just knocks him out, which it was pretty hilarious. Then his spleen bursts, which like made me squeal, dude. Ugh. We get some like heart-to-heart from our main characters. The iPad dies. The cops presume that Zach is dead now, and then all hell breaks loose. Fuck it, there's no reason to not just take out this ambulance. They soon find out that he's not dead, and Danny flips his shit. He and Will get into a hilarious fist fight while they're driving down the highway, and they basically have to keep the cop alive, or else the cops will rain down upon them. So when we get to the warehouse at the end of the money exchange, and of course it's in a warehouse, then the cop happens to wake up at this moment. As the cops close in on them all, the level of suspense was killing me, man. This was actually like really well done. And, it was a little bit refreshing to just kind of sit back and enjoy an action flick that wasn't, completely horrible. Ben and Danny take out a room of dudes and the main boss, and then a huge gunfight breaks out. And then Cam accidentally pops Will, and then they get back on the road in the ambulance, and it just never stops in this fucking thing. And I can't say I didn't see this coming with the build-up around Will's character. Danny gets him to the hospital, but they're cornered by the popos. Then Cam confesses to shooting Will, and then he takes her hostage, completely loses his mind. Then Danny gets taken out by a sniper, which is a tense and shocking scene. Jake Gyllenhaal was really good in this. And this was all pretty sad. Amy and the baby show up, Will is laying there dying, and then Cam runs up to get the cops to get him into surgery as fast as possible. It's a little cheeseball, but it wasn't too bad. So Cam sneaks Amy a big old wad of cash, which I hope she uses on her surgery, but now Will is stacking up those hospital bills. What are they going to do about that? All that aside, this made it all kind of feel worth it to some degree. Zach points out that Will saved his life, and so this should probably give him some immunity in court. And that's the end. Not bad. Not fucking bad. Although he highlighted the LA and ambulance, and I mean, come on, dude. Why you gotta be so fucking annoying? So my opinion on Ambulance is that it's everything that you would expect from a Michael Bay film. It's a little full of itself, and it's way, way, way too long. Over 2 hours is a little overkill for a film like this. But for some reason, I found myself having a lot of fun watching it. A lot of explosions and gunfire, a surprising amount of gore, and a surprising amount of heart. This film is very entertaining, and I may go back and try to appreciate more of Michael Bay's earlier movies that I skimmed over while being biased of his work. And it was a nice breath of fresh air to not get a straight-to-Netflix popcorn flick. And I give this film a C+. So what do you guys think? Why don't you leave a comment about it? And any recommendations on movies for future episodes, feel free to drop those below. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notified when new content comes out. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting us. And this is Movie Buffers. See you next time.